track looking?
Well, we just got it just seconds ago. So as we look at it together on the air, we're noticing that we are expecting to see this thing stay a Category 4, possibly at landfall now, somewhere in southwest Florida, somewhere near Naples. Now, it did look with the last track like it would weaken a little bit back to a Category 3, moving over the Keys, the Florida Keys, but it's likely to hold together. So that is bad news for the Keys and bad news for southwest Florida near Naples. If this is a Category 4 at landfall, it's going to be a major storm. Certainly a lot of surge and strong winds. The winds right now at 130 miles per hour, moving northwest now at 8. So it's picked up a tiny bit of speed from 6 miles per hour. So at least that is happening with the change. But other than that, not a big change with any of the other conditions. Now, this will likely continue along that same track as the last one as of 11, keeping it right there along the western coast of Florida. But because it will make landfall likely a little stronger, it will take longer for this thing to weaken. So close to Orlando, we'll have a Category 3 storm with winds at 115 miles per hour, possible very close to us. So we'll continue to pinpoint the exact timing of when you can expect those stronger winds. Candace Campos with that in just a little bit. But you can see what we are pinpointing there with the eye wobbling a bit, getting very close to the Keys. There's the radar for central Florida. We're seeing the heaviest of the rain to our south moving through Brevard County, but there are moderate areas of rain where you're seeing the yellow through Volusia County. We'll see more of that continuing on through areas like Daytona Beach, Edgewater, seeing some heavy rain at times, pockets of lightning, but not a ton of that. There's Port Orange, moderate to heavy rain up to 1 inch to 2 inches an hour in some spots. Downtown Orlando, just a little bit of moderate rain where you're seeing the yellows, but a good bit of that rain coming down area wide. There's the heaviest stuff just south of Brevard County. In fact, these storms have been rotating. They've had the history of that, so there is the chance we could see a couple of rotating storms build on in. In fact, there have been tornado warnings in areas south in southern sections, even near West Palm Beach. So as those storms move in around this big center of circulation, we could see a couple of tornadoes. In fact, there's a tornado watch in effect through noon today for Brevard and for Osceola counties. But with more on those impacts and the timing, here's Candace Campos. Candace, the wind, our biggest concern.
The biggest concern, and the latest advisory now showing that it's outwards about 220 miles from the Center for Tropical Storm Force Winds. So even though you saw the forecast cone, it keeps getting skinnier and skinnier. That just means that the chance of the eye going over the part is now starting to shrink. So just because you might not be in the cone now, that doesn't mean that you're in the clear by any means. Let's talk about the impacts, trying to break it down here county by county, or I should say region by region, because it is going to be a very general, widespread storm. So let's take this graphic full for you to see a better picture of it. Lake Sumter, Marion County, so our northwestern zones do expect the strongest of the winds compared to the rest of our viewing area. We can see hurricane force winds with stronger wind gusts upwards of about 90 miles per hour. So there will certainly be some canopy damage, some shingle damage as well for some roofs. And you can see there about 10 to 12 inches of rainfall can be expected. Some isolated amounts, even upwards of about 15 inches. Again, that's not just today, it's today and into tomorrow as well. We still have that tornado risk. That risk will be in effect for everyone, as we will all be on that front right-hand side of the storm. And that's where we tend to see, again, that the highest risk of tornadoes. Flooding also a concern. Even though this system is expected to move relatively quickly, it is a large system, so we will be dealing with rain bands for quite some time. We're starting to see them already moving in across Central Florida, and we will continue to see them throughout most of tomorrow afternoon. So we're talking about 24 to 36 hours of off and on tropical downpours. And of course, I just talked to you about trees, canopy damage, even some power lines, power outages. There's no doubt that they will be out there. A bit further towards the east, pretty much from Sanford out through the Kissimmee area, Orange, Osceola, and Seminole County, do expect more tropical storm sustained winds, but wind gusts could still peak above the hurricane force winds. 75 to about 90 mile per hour wind gusts can be expected. It looks like the worst of the weather for you guys will also be after about 8 o'clock tonight till about 3, 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. That is when the peak of those winds will be there. Tornado risk, flooding, tree and power lines down. That will also be the biggest concern for you guys. And then as we head a bit further towards the coastline, We are also going to be seeing the potential of, there it is, Flagler, Volusia, and Brevard County storm surge. That number is starting to go down a little bit as they are starting to see that the modeling kind of being a bit more precise and staying out over the Gulf Coast waters. So storm surge maximum in some of those low-lying areas could be as upwards of 3 to 5 feet. But in general, from Flagler, Volusia, and Brevard, we could see pretty much 1 to 3 foot storm surge. Rainfall about 6 to 12 inches. Isolated amounts along those rain bands about 20 inches or even higher. For you guys, it will be more tropical storm force gusts and upwards of about 70 miles per hour. The moral of the story, though, throughout the next couple of hours, it is going to be windy, it's going to be extremely gusty, and the winds will get stronger the further west you are across Central Florida. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with another radar tour and some more information when it comes to storm surge on the west and east coast. Back to you guys.
All right.